Thanks for watching Bruins 360. I'm Emily Lewandowski. For some teams, the season is winding down, but for others, it's just gearing up. The women's soccer team went out on the road last Saturday to play in their first exhibition game since November. The Lady Bruins played against USC Beaufort and ended the game in a well-played 0-0 draw. For details on the game, visit bjubruins.com. To talk about more Bruins soccer, Johnny Gamet sat down in the studio with Eric and Andrew Moisant on the men's soccer team. Johnny?
Thanks, Emily. I'm here with the Moisant brothers. It's Eric and Andrew, and we're going to be talking about men's soccer, but most notably, I mean, there isn't something wrong with the camera. This is identical twins sitting here. It's not just like a crazy mirror or something like that. So let's talk a little bit about your background. You guys come from Washington. What was it like, first of all, growing up as twins? Did your parents ever mistake you guys?
Not for the most part. Our mom has been very good about telling us apart. I mean, recently, since they've been getting older, I mean, it might be a little more difficult for them. But for the most part, they've always told us, been able to tell us apart. But I mean, they see us as two individuals, but as a unit. So yeah. It's
cool. Who's the older of the two?
I am 3 minutes older.
3 minutes older. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Talk about coming to Bob Jones in the first place. You know, you guys both are newer to the soccer team, newer to the school. What brought you to Bob Jones?
Well, from a young age, we grew up in a church where Bob Jones teams would minister to the congregation, and so we always heard about Bob Jones from a young age, and we really weren't that interested right away because we wanted to stay home for the first year, and we ended up playing soccer a season at Trinity Lutheran College, a couple miles from our house, and it was a good experience, but we kind of wanted to get to a college we were more familiar with, and we were definitely familiar with Bob Jones, and we heard they had a soccer team, and we wanted to play sports in college, and so just the combination of a great Bible college and soccer just brought us here. And Coach McCark was also really instrumental in just really helping us make that transition, and he's a good coach. So, what
do you think the biggest difference is between you mentioned playing at Trinity and then playing here? You know, what are the things that you felt helped you at that program to be successful here? Either one of you guys.
I mean, the skill levels are pretty even. I mean, Trinity is a little older, not a lot older. They were a pretty new program too, but they drew a couple players from overseas and whatnot. But I think the aspect from playing on both teams, I think here, is just that the team was a lot more unified because we were playing for more than just to win games. It was to grow closer as a unit, but ultimately to glorify God on the field. So that was the one big thing that really stuck out to me coming here. So
the preseason and everything is tough. You guys are in the spring season now, where there's still a lot more conditioning and that kind of thing. You guys have an advantage that a lot of other people don't have in the fact that you have that brotherly encouragement. How do you guys help one another through training, through the difficult of academics and all that kind of thing?
Well, it's always been kind of we're together as a team. Andrew and I kind of push each other back and forth, and so there's not a lot of competition once we step out onto the field, but anytime behind the scenes where we're working out or running, it's always who can run like the Cooper test. We're trying to run 2 miles in under 12 minutes or such, just trying to push each other. We're always right next to each other, same thing in the weight room or wherever we're at. It's pretty much just always having someone there, and we follow each other around all the time. We're twins, so it's just almost in everything too. School, it's like a friendly competition because we both know what we're capable of and can push each other past often what the standard is for each other. So,
what's the biggest thing that you guys, as you played the last season, the first season for the Bruins, what is the biggest thing that you think going into next fall? What are the biggest things you guys are going to work on as a team?
I think chemistry is a big thing. I mean, for Eric and I, we've had that chemistry because we've grown up together playing soccer since we were young, and coming to a college, you don't just doesn't just click in 1 year. So, I mean, coming up for a second year, we have a good core group of guys returning. So we'll have that year of chemistry, and we can just continue to build off of that this off season and also just going into next season. So I think that's one of the biggest things we'll need to work on.
All right, that's the Moisant brothers. They're part of the men's soccer team. Emily, we'll send it back to you.
Thanks, Johnny. Follow all the latest Bruins news and updates at bjubruins.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or like us on Facebook. Thanks again for watching Bruins 360.